Hey, what's up, guys? Pavel Boissonneau here. We're going to cover the life insurance agency business model in a simplified version that is going to be easy for you guys to understand. And hopefully, this is going to generate some interest for you to actually go ahead and start your own life insurance business in the future. So, if you don't know me yet, my name is Pavel Boissonneau. I'm a multi seven figure agency owner, and I have helped over 1,000 different insurance agency builders scale their business, sometimes from the ground up and sometimes from advanced levels to even higher advanced levels. So, with that being said, I'm going to cover this very simplified version of what the life insurance agency business model actually looks like. So, on top here, you're going to have all of the insurance carriers. Those are the companies that actually create the insurance products and actually assume the risk for you guys when you purchase a life insurance policy. They are also responsible to do all of the underwriting, evaluate the risks, and decide if they are willing to insure you, and if so, at what cost, right? Now, these insurance carriers are sometimes going to go ahead and have their own sales team and sell their own insurance products. Well, most of them actually do, but a lot of times, and what we're going to talk specifically about today, these insurance carriers are going to partner up with independent marketing organizations, which are called IMOs. And these IMOs, essentially what they do is they partner up with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 different insurance carriers. So they have access to a wide variety of different insurance products. And they're essentially a one stop shop for customers to come in, knock on their doors, and be like, hey, I want to get the best price for this kind of coverage. And then the independent IMO, because they are able to sell all these different carriers, they are not really biased. Sometimes they're not really biased, and they can actually go and get the best deal for you guys. Now, why I say sometimes they're not biased, the reason is that every insurance carrier has a different compensation model, right? So if I sell this insurance carrier A here for $1,000 premium a year versus this one for $1,000 premium a year, a lot of times one is going to pay the insurance agent more than the other. Therefore, some insurance agents will have a little bit of favoritism for some insurance carriers other than, more than others. That is not always because of compensation. Sometimes it's also just because of ease of working, faster bureaucracy, and faster underwriting processes. Different reasons why you shouldn't necessarily just go for the cheapest price, right? Now, some examples of IMOs. There's World Financial Group, People Helping People, aka PHP. There's Family First Life, Global Financial Impact, Experior Financial Group, Great Way Financial, and a lot of people actually confuse Primerica for an IMO because they are in that networking marketing model also. But actually, Primerica sells their own term insurance, which is their own product. So they are not an IMO. Okay. They are both the carrier directly selling to their consumer. So now you guys understand who the carriers are, what they do, what is an IMO. Now let's talk about how these IMOs actually sell a lot of insurance, right? What they do is they build massive sales teams. Now, in any other industry, right, salespeople would be called salespeople. But in this case, they are not called salespeople. They're called licensed life insurance agents, financial advisors, right? Different title names. But essentially, their job is to sell the insurance to the consumer so that they can protect that consumer's life, mortgage, right? Whatever the reason is that they are buying that insurance in that moment. So essentially, how it works for most of these IMOs is they have kind of like a hierarchy, right? So let's say you get your license and you join an IMO, you would start as an associate, where you would make about 30% of the yearly premium that you just sold. So for $1,000 a year insurance that you sell as an associate, you're gonna be paid $300, right? Now, let's say you were a marketing director and you sell that same insurance, you would get paid $400. And if you're a senior marketing director for an IMO, well, you would get paid $500 for selling the exact same insurance product. So why is that, right? Well, the reason why is because they want to grow their organization, their IMO, and grow their sales team so they can make more sales. So they're going to throw in incentives for you to actually not only sell, but also build a team of people that sell under you, right? So, for example, if I'm a senior marketing director and I recruit an associate, he gets his license, he's now a licensed agent under my team, right? He sells a policy, well, he makes 30%, 300 bucks, and I make the difference. So I make 100 bucks without actually selling that insurance just because I recruited them on my team. And guess what? The guy who recruited me makes another 10% on top of me. Now, obviously, the percentage here are not accurate. Those are going to vary depending on every IMO, but this is kind of how it goes, right? So if you are to become a life insurance agent and join an IMO and start your own life insurance business, your goal is obviously to compare which IMO gives you the best hierarchy ladder. And once you join that IMO, you're going to want to very rapidly make the minimum numbers or KPIs to be able to grow in that ladder. So, for example, in some companies, if you want to go from an associate to a marketing director, you need to actually recruit two agents under you and sell $10,000 worth of premium, and boom, you're a marketing director. Now, to go to the next level, it's going to be a slightly harder thing, right? You're going to need 10 agents. You're going to need to sell $100,000 worth of life insurance premium, and now, boom. So, the point is, right? These, as soon as you start having licensed agents under you, you're going to become kind of a sales manager. You're going to help those agents succeed. Now, let's say you just started and you recruit someone. A lot of times your sales manager will take care of that licensed agent for you until you know enough to be able to take care of them, or until that agent becomes autonomous. And the reason why is because every time you sell something, they make an override income, right? So it just makes sense for you to position yourself to be a sales manager, aka an insurance agency owner, very rapidly. Within a few months, you can do that. And now you produce override, or some people call it lifetime income or passive income from those agents' production, right? And all the way at the bottom here, we obviously have the consumers who essentially buy the insurance. So those are the policy holders. Now, you might be thinking there's a lot of different levels between the actual policy holders and the insurance carriers, but keep in mind that as soon as someone buys the policy, they submit all their information and their money to the insurance carrier. And in the event that something happens to this poor person and they decease, well, it will be the insurance carrier who will pay directly the policy holders funds to this family, right? So same thing if there's like question or customer service, a lot of times it's going to be done directly with the carrier, which is why you shouldn't necessarily just buy the price, but also kind of the support and ease of working with the carrier that you choose. And your licensed agent or financial advisor can help you with that, right? So this is kind of the business model. You got the insurance carriers, the IMOs, which then build massive sales teams. You can take part of that. You can build a massive sales team under you by joining an IMO. You can produce override passive income and sell a lot of policy, help protect a lot of people, and have some positive impact on your community, right? Now, some final thoughts right here. The main reason why actually people join these IMOs is very often because they want to create a second income stream and eventually produce passive income from their team's production, as I've explained. So the best way to do that is by recruiting a lot of agents and making sure those agents are successful, aka they're making money and they're building their own team. Because the more money they make and the bigger the team they build, the more money you will make as their leader, essentially, as the person that overrides them, right? So, contrary to what a lot of people think, this is not a scam or a pyramid scheme, because at no point is a new recruit forced to buy the product that they will eventually sell. So, what I mean by that is like in a pyramid scheme, right? Let's say the sales manager recruits a licensed agent. They would actually force them, not like force them by tying them up, but force them by being like, hey, rule at our company is you actually need to buy what you're going to be selling, right? And then this person would buy it and then realize it's not that good or something, and then go and you know force other people to buy the same product, and it's kind of like this chain effect. This is obviously negative. This is a pyramid scheme, but in this case, this is not it, because no one is forced at any point to actually buy what they're going to be selling. And on top of that, I actually do think that life insurance is very important for a lot of people, and therefore they are very often protecting people the right way with their finances and helping families survive tough times. So it's rather called network marketing, because let's say I join an IMO. First people that are going to ask me to go and reach out to are my friends and family, colleagues, right? People I know that trust me and know me. On top of that, I'm probably going to recruit one or two people that have different warm markets. And with that person, we're going to tap into their warm markets, which is then going to open up other warm markets. And this is called network marketing, because it kind of has that chain reaction effect if it's done properly. And the cycles continue. So it's a very, very profitable and good business model, because your marketing costs can be very inexpensive because you're only doing network marketing. You don't have to pay for advertisement or anything like that, which is why so many people join in. And it's actually very cheap to start your own life insurance business. Can be done with a couple $100s. And if you are interested in that, I am not an IMO. I cannot personally recruit you, but I can refer you to some good people in the business that are building legitimate IMOs and that are very good sales managers. So if you want to do that, I invite you to join our free community on Skool. The link is going to be in the description of this video. It's not going to force you to join any IMO. If you're already in an IMO, you can join. We basically do weekly trainings and help insurance agents and insurance agency builders scale their agency so that they can make the money they want and, realize the goals that they have, realize that the purpose of why they started that business in the first place. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I will see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe. Talk soon. Bye-bye.